We're finally here. I am ushering in the very first solo episode of Entrepreneur Diaries. Like, I'm actually so lit for this. I'm so excited. I don't know if you guys have noticed, we're in a different location. Yes, we'll get into that in a second. First, we gotta intro this video. Oh my gosh. Dear Diary, what even is an Entrepreneur Diary? Who the heck is JB and CC? Well, grab your coffee, kick your feet up, and let's find out together. XOXO CC. Oh my gosh, it's happening. Finally. I know it's really exciting to be here. Today we are at my fashion college. It's great to be here. Honestly, I miss it. I have a love-hate relationship with this place for very specific reasons, but for the most part, it's my home away from home. Let's just be real. Oh my gosh, I have such anxiety about like technology when I'm recording by myself. Like, when you have a business bestie, you have somebody to like bounce ideas off of, to like, you know, split the work. So usually JB would be checking to make sure we're recording and making sure everything's in frame. But because it's myself and I can't really like see what's happening back there, it's freaking me out. I did bring my laptop to have like a second screen because I'm using my iPad to record, right? It has a phenomenal camera to be an iPad. What? Like, don't sleep on the iPad camera. But it's backwards. It's backwards and I need to flip it. So there's a trick you can do where you can plug your iPad into your MacBook and use it as like a second screen so I could see myself. But guess, you know, who didn't charge her MacBook last night? That would be me. So it's charging right now. In the meantime, it's just up to me to make sure that all of the technology is working correctly. And that's a task, okay? Just have to check and make sure we are recording. We're recording. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this episode we felt was like perfect to kind of like fill in the gaps. Like, if there was like a filler episode for a podcast, this would be it. And we want you guys to start getting used to this, because this is the reality of what it looks like to have a business bestie that lives literally across the country. Like, we are operating a business together from different sides of the country, and it's one of those things that it kind of serves as proof that if there's a will, there's a way. Like, you know, when you see the vision, you gonna make it happen, Captain. But maybe that's just a characteristic between me and my business bestie. Like, that's my girl. I love her for life. We done been through so much together, both individually, both like together, like in business, and we've just seen each other grow through so much. We've come such a long way. Oof. Like, episode 1 to now, there is such a huge difference. Like, a grandiose difference, and that is in such a short amount of time. So I'm just really excited for where things are going for us, which is kind of what we're going to be talking about today. But let's rewind. I feel like we have to reintroduce ourselves and like really break down what it is that we're doing, who we are, why we're here, what is this, like, what's the tea or what's the espresso? I don't know. Here, one second. But before we get into it, I must take a selfie. Like, I just look so cute come on now, the solo episode selfie. Like, okay, so we're playing around with intros, like the intro of me just now. Let me know what you guys think about it, because we'll play around with some new things. You'll see us playing around with some new things on these next few episodes. But I don't know, I'm like liking that we're adding like a bit more of like our personality into things. Let me know if it's like not professional enough or whatever. Like, drop some hint, or not some hints, but some like ideas of like different things that we can try for our intro. We're also looking for the perfect like intro song, like when it shows, you know, our logo and the name of the podcast. Like, we need the perfect like intro song, and I would love to be able to support a local artist for that. Like, if there's, you know, if you have a friend or a cousin or somebody that makes music and you think that one of their songs would be perfect for us for the intro and the outro for our podcast, drop a comment below. Like, send us the link to the song, let us check it out. And who knows, it would be ideal if it was like a Black woman. That would be so tea. Like, yes, we need that. So drop all your female artist friends below. Thank you. But yeah, so in addition to the intro, in addition to the intro song, we are playing around with segments, and the selfie segment gotta be a thing. Like, it has to be. Like, it's just too iconic. Like a selfie. We're both millennials. Well, technically Gen X. I don't even know. Wait, not Gen Z. Well, I'm Gen Y. I was born in 1998. So like the in between, the cusp babies, that's us. You know, we're very exclusive, you know. But okay, let's get this selfie together. Hold on, there's a mirror right here. Wait, that's towards the light. You take a selfie with your other hand, and with that kiss, are we? And then maybe look at you with the video. Whoa, that's way right. I love iPhone so much. The camera's amazing. Okay, let's turn this around. Awesome. You guys getting some really good BTS, you know. I'll drop the selfies right here. You guys should rate my selfies. Oh my gosh, yes, that's a new segment. We'll find a cute name for it. But yeah, selfie segment, definitely a thing. Take a selfie, drop the selfie, rate the selfie. Ooh, we like that. Okay. So, let's get into it. What is Entrepreneur Diaries? Oof. Where do I even begin? I guess to understand what Entrepreneur Diary is, you have to understand like who we are, how it started, like where we kind of like come from. So at the time of us meeting, I had owned an event space in Phoenix, Arizona, and I was running events there every day of the week. I was working my little booty off. It was so fun. It was probably one of my favorite businesses that I've owned. And at that time, like, my business was just like really popping off, and it was one of the slower nights. And so these nights I kind of used it for like family and friends, because I was working so much. I was spending my entire days at my event space, mainly because it was my favorite place to be. Just the vibe there was just absolutely immaculate. We would do like full moon ceremonies, we would do game nights, we would do like lounge, like hookah nights, we would do battle of the sexes, we would do, oh, but my favorite thing, like the event to go to at my space was grass class, which is like medicated yoga. So I would teach people the spiritual medicinal effects of marijuana and how to use that like spiritually, mentally, I guess like physically, health wise. And then we would do like a yoga class. So we would, you know, partake and then stretch and meditate. Oh man, it was like one of the most beautiful experiences ever. But I think we had an event one night where JB came in, and we've told this story before briefly in like episode 2, I believe. But I was there with my man, she was there with her man, lo and behold, you know, they knew each other. And it was one of those things like, you know, the girls stick together because the boys stick together, except we actually really like locked in that night. Like we peeped each other's, I guess, like energy. We had, all it took was one conversation, honestly. It was like, oh yeah, you're somebody I need in my circle. Oh yeah, you're one of the girls. You're a sister. Like, yes. And we've been locked in since that day. And it's funny because the men, they lasted all of a year, barely even that. It's so funny. Gosh, that's so funny to me. But it just goes to show just like, I guess like how aligned or how destined it was for us to be in each other's lives. So she is an esthetician. She does lashes. Like she's a lash girly, okay? Like, and if you really look, like her lashes be on fleek all the time. Like she's very skilled at what she does. And I think at that time she had only been in business for about 4 or 5 years ish. And I don't know, we just hung out, we had a few conversations, and everyone was like so intriguing and so fulfilling and so like we would exchange like information, resources, knowledge. We would support each other, uplift each other. We would plot like business plans together, all these things. And I guess we were just having such enriching conversations that we wanted to share it with others. Like we had both been struggling with, at that time, with how we were going to be taking our lives to the next level, and feeling like we had so much to offer as far as like value goes to people who were in the same positions that we were in, and being able to fill in the gaps for other people, the gaps that we were missing, you know? I think that's really what it's all about. Like the whole point of art is to share it. I think, well, expression of course, but like I will say my favorite part of art is sharing it. So once I get to a point where I feel like, I don't think you can really master anything, but technically once you get to a point of mastering like a certain skill or anything, like the next step is to release that energy and to share that knowledge with other people. So I don't know, for me it's more so like you fill a cup, you gotta empty it in order to fill it again. And once you get filled up with a certain amount of knowledge, you have to use it. You have to use the knowledge. And if you're not going to use it, the least you could do is share it, right? And then like people will learn from experiencing you and or hearing you, if that makes sense, like learning directly from you. So I feel like when it comes to business, marketing, like the foundations of like entrepreneurship, I am your girl. Like I have been an entrepreneur since I was 16, like by choice. Like, and for those of you who don't know how old I am, mind your business. Do the math. I told you what year I was born. Do the math. But I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of like growing older. Like I'm excited to be 30. I'm excited like for my 30s. I feel like the 30s is the real 20s. Like really think about it. But bringing it back, I've been an entrepreneur since I was 16. So like I've been through so many ups, so many downs, and I haven't gotten it perfect yet, which is why I feel like I said before, you can't really perfect, you can't really master anything. But the things that I feel like are second nature to me now, I'm like, oh, I just know so many people are doing this wrong, and I just know that if I were to be put in front of them before they start making decisions, I could probably help them with something. I think that's where this all started. And we see business as a form of art, and we don't want to limit ourselves in what ways we decide to express that art to you guys. And so it was very difficult at first to figure out, like, okay, do we just like start a digital products business and just release ebooks, or like create a course, or like what do we do? You know, there's so many options. And I think in the midst of all of that, from year one, we've been doing this for 3 years now, which is crazy to even think about, but from year one to now, we have transitioned in a way that has both gotten smaller and bigger. Like, we have grown so much to the point where we understand our business, our target audience. We understand more of like where we're going, what we're trying to do, what works best for us expression wise. Like, we tried the ebooks, we tried a course, we tried, and we collected the data enough, to figure out like what works for us and to continue to dig deeper into that. That's kind of where we stand right now. We need to talk it out. We have established that between her and me, we need to talk. We're on FaceTime at least 10 times a week, just like talking through business plans, talking through our days, talking through goals. Girl, once I get a marketing campaign started, you can't shut me up. So we definitely be talking about that like all week. And we just realized that expressing through our voices is one of those things that's like almost a necessity. So the podcast only just makes sense. It just makes sense. It's one of those things where it's like, we have to, like, there's no other way to go about this that makes sense, So here we are. But there's just so many different avenues of expression in business that we're looking to explore still. So even though we've collected a lot of data and used that data to get to where we are now, oh baby, we're just getting started. Like, we're just getting started, and you're gonna see much more of us. Okay, so yeah, that's like the backstory of like where we started, who we, what Entrepreneur Diaries is. We've decided on Entrepreneur Diaries as the name because we're just so authentically just like raw, and like this is literally us. Like, we talk about business all day. Like, we are each other's diaries. We wanted this to be like a big conversation between the girls. Like, we wanted this to be like a big sis, very trusted community of like-minded women. We're individuals. We're here for the girls, the theys, and the gays, of course. Like, but yeah, just an open conversation, like the secrets, the raw, the unspoken, the nitty-gritty, the BTS, like really talking about the things and saying the things that other people don't say. Like, how do influencers actually get the content? Like, what is the actual setup, and what does that look like, and what is the actual day-to-day, and not like waking up, setting the camera, and then getting back into bed to record yourself waking up. No, I mean like, okay, how do we plan out your day? Like, how do you make sure things stay organized? Like, what tools are you using to keep track of everything? Like, what do you, like, okay, it's all cute and fun and games, but I'm stressed, child. Like, how are you remaining like sane throughout all of this. That's what we wanted this space to be. Like, what is it like dating as an entrepreneur before you start making a lot of money and after you start making a lot of money? Like, the whole dating game changes. Like, I've been on both sides of the spectrum, and the way people look at you when you're first starting, oh my God, that is like, it's enough to make someone quit. It's enough to make someone quit. I understand why there's a whole suicide awareness month for business owners and entrepreneurs, like literally, because it's the number one reason why people, like, I guess, get diagnosed with depression and anxiety that leads to deeper issues. You know what I mean? So I think these mental health conversations are really, really, really important to have. And there's not really many spaces that are doing it like we're doing it. Let's just say that. So we're just like super looking forward to exploring so many different topics, especially after this episode. Like, episode 1, 2, and 3 was like just awareness. This episode is really to like fill in the gaps and let you guys know who we are, what we're doing, because it just looks like we're just throwing around a lot of things right now. I promise you it'll come together beautifully. Give us like a few days, a few weeks. Like, we're working on a lot in the background, and we're preparing to release a lot and collect data. But we're really excited to share what we're working on. Like, I literally built an app in 24 hours, which is so crazy, but that's the Aquarius in me. Like, I can't help it. I really can't help it. Which I guess kind of leads us into the second part of this, which is like, who are we? I've gotten so, yes. So that leads me into the second part. Like, who even are we? Like, I've explained a little bit about like where we started. I've explained a bit about who JP is as a lash tech. But I feel like there's a lot of information missing there about me, I guess. I don't really like talking about myself, but there is a lot to say. So I never really run out of things to talk about. Shoot, where do I even start with this? This is hard. Oh my gosh. I think I have to take a break, because what am I even gonna say about me? I have to get over this. This is a real moment. A real moment. I have to get over this. I need to talk about myself. I need to be able to like answer the question, well, what do you do? That is so hard for me to answer. I do everything. Like, that's been my biggest thing my whole life. I can't put myself in a box. I can't put a label. I'm just so expansive. I tell people that I am everything and I am nothing all at the same time. Like, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. But I guess entrepreneur is the only thing that really, I would say, encompasses what I am, who I am, what I do. I'm a creative. I am a friend. I am a sister. I'm a daughter. I just am. Okay, I'm here. I'm living life, taking it day by day. I'm grateful for everything, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. I also know that none of that even exists. Like, these constructs of society that has been built, girl, we're not even gonna get into all of that. But that's just like a little bit of a taste of the types of things that goes on in Cece's mind. maybe CC will be more CC and express more on my personal pages. Like right now, my personal pages is very much fashion, like projects and just self, like me styling myself. But I think there needs to be a little bit more, I guess, conversation had about like what I do and who I am and things of that nature. But outside of entrepreneur, another, I guess, label I would feel comfortable with identifying with is like fashionista. I'm a fashion diva, baby. I love it so much. Like that I can't not like be in like fully inspired, fully just like enveloped in everything fashion. And I think obviously it's all art. Like for me, it truly is all art. Painting, reading, like dancing. Oh, I love dancing. Another one of my favorite forms of expression of just art in general. But man, fashion, it's like the one thing outside of business, it's the one thing that really ties it all together for me. You know, it just really it just makes it make sense. You know, if you don't know, I feel sorry for you, because this fashion thing is really like, man, I don't even know a word to describe it. It's really fulfilling. It's extremely fulfilling. Like, yeah, I mean, any form of art is like that for me, honestly. But fashion, I think, is the one form of art for me that I feel like connects you to your dreams, like to your fantasies. Like you can make your fantasies a 3-dimensional world with fashion. With dance, it's like you're moving energy. With painting, you're like, it's like live manifestation. You're literally, you have nothing and you're creating something. But fashion is like, if you had a fantasy life, you could literally step into it today with clothes. And I think that that's like so it's so exciting, it's so thrilling, it's so I feel like I'm living my Devil Wears Prada dreams like every single day. Being in New York City is literally like a movie. Like, it just depends on what kind of movie. Like, you know, you always see those like struggle movies where, you know, minorities in the Bronx, in Brooklyn, Harlem, you know, got it out the mud, concrete, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. And then you see the glamorous fashion, like, you know, fun Sex in the City vibes. I feel like all of it, it's still a movie. It's still very like theatrical, dramatic. Like, you are the main character at all times in New York City. I stop sometimes and I just look around at the thousands of people that are here, and I'm like, wow, every single one of these people has their own story. Like, they're all heading somewhere. And I see like little, I call them destiny lines, but I see where people are coming from, where people are going. And I don't know, it's one of those things that helps me remove myself from what I'm going through. Like, it that's kind of, maybe that's something I should talk about on a like mental health wise. One of the ways that I stay sane is by removing myself from the situation and looking at it from a grander scale. Like, you really are on a floating rock in the middle of space, girl. Like, you're worried about rent. Come on now. Like, and I get it, because it's like my livelihood. I need to pay rent to live. But at the end of the day, if you don't got it, you don't got it. You just gonna have to live, eat that last slice of pizza, girl. Go out like a champ. Keep it moving. Level up. I don't know. But even like Sex and the City has those episodes that are kind of like, I guess, like a slap in the face of reality. And I think that's what New York is and what it does to people Like, transplants coming here thinking that it's going to be shits and giggles. Oh, baby. They're in for a rude awakening. New York City is either going to level you up or chew you up and spit you out. And I feel like, you know, I can be on both sides of that spectrum. Sometimes New York City really, like, man, you know, takes me out of the game. I have to leave here sometimes, you know, but otherwise I'm thriving here. Like, if you're naturally a main character type of person, yeah, like, this is the place for you. I'm literally sitting in my fashion school library right now, recording a podcast for, oh my God, for my, like, that's crazy. Anyways, I'm recording a podcast episode for a podcast that I started, that I run with my bestie who lives across the country. Like, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's so tea. Like, imagine if Carrie Bradshaw was oh, you know what? I think in her new series, she was on a podcast like that as her job. That's so crazy. But yeah, anywho, New York City is bittersweet for me, and I love it, and like bittersweet in all the best ways. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but I definitely wouldn't live here for the rest of my life. A big part of that though is where I am, like my school. That's the whole reason I'm here. Actually, I saved up enough money with my event space in Phoenix. That was literally the whole point of me even starting that business. I wanted to be able to pay for myself to come to New York City and go to the school that I've been wanting to go to since I was 12. Literally, I'm like, that is no exaggeration. I was 12 years old. We were in class, and this is like one of our first assignments where we had to research a school that we wanted to go to and like write an essay about why we wanted to go there and things of that nature, just like where it was, like give information about it. And so little Cece went like, oh, what do I want to do? I want to be an artist, of course. I want to be a rich auntie that just like travels around, hops in and out. Like, you know, you barely see me, but when you do, she's fabulous and she has gifts. And I would love to go to like fashion shows. I love drawing clothes. Maybe fashion, New York. I have family in New York. This is me at 12, by the way. I have family in New York. Let's check it out. Fashion schools in New York City. And lo and behold, of course, FIT. But I'm like, FIT is great, but what are like the other options? And here comes little LIM strutting its way in here. I love this school so much. It's the best way to describe it, I describe it to people as like the business of fashion and lifestyle. And I feel like that perfectly encompasses everything that I want to do. Like, in layman terms, like the way that I explain it to people who don't know anything about us, because we're technically, I would say technically a private school, right? And most people, when I say I go to fashion school, they're like, oh, FIT? I'm like, no. LIM. But I explain it to people like FIT, but the business of it, like we teach you, because everybody has the skill, the creativity, but nobody knows how to like actually make the money from that. Like, that's a huge problem in the creative, in the artist community in general. It doesn't matter what medium it is. We have the skill, but when it comes to having to like market that skill, like manage that skill, operate that skill, we have no idea what the hell to do. And that's why my school is here. I can't tell you how many of my FIT friends graduate and just create art and still have to manage like multiple jobs and have issues like maintaining their lifestyle doing what they love. Probably because nobody there taught you to get how to register an LLC. Probably because nobody there taught you how to network or taught you that marketing is telling a story. Like, they never taught you about branding. They never taught you how to freaking work an Excel sheet. These are all the things that I'm learning here. A lot of this stuff, I feel like I've known for a while because I've been an entrepreneur like for so long. but refreshers on things that I've already learned never hurt. And then also I learned so many new things, and being given the opportunity to like talk to professionals about it is like priceless, honestly. I think one of the biggest aspects about LIM that I like is that they put you in the rooms that you need to be in. They literally put you in contact with the people that are doing the things that you want to do. They started literally where you are as LIM students, and then they go out into the world and they make a name for themselves, and then they come back here and you can literally talk to them yourselves and be like, hey, so what did you do? And get their contact information and add them on LinkedIn. And girl, if you are not on LinkedIn, you are missing out. You are missing out. I can't tell you how many people don't understand how to use LinkedIn to their advantage. And that's one of the things I'm going to talk about eventually too. But I've learned all of that through experience, through being at this school, by just like putting myself out there, man. You make so many people mad. I will say that. It gets very cliquey at this school, but it's like as it should. It's a fashion school. Like, come on. This is like, you might as well be at High School Musical. Like everybody's like performing, dancing, singing everywhere. Everywhere you look, somebody's an influencer, or somebody's like, over at my school at least, somebody's an influencer. Someone's like, I don't know, walking for a show. Someone's like wearing my design that I custom made for a fashion show. Like, I'm gagged every year I get to design for a real runway show with like real girl. Anywho, my whole, I guess, like, in addition to entrepreneurship and fashion, I'm just so overall, like, I love marketing, I love business, I love fashion. I am a business professional. Like, I am a professional of, I don't know, the fashion industry. I'm still like really like working on figuring out what to say to people to that question. But I love creative directing photo shoots. I love helping people build brands. I love a marketing campaign, girl. You don't understand. I live for it. If you know Emily in Paris, that show, that's like ideally what I would be doing for the rest of my life if I had a choice. In addition to like creative direct or producing runway shows, like I just feel like marketing covers all of that. You know, but I love a good marketing campaign with a high budget. Oh baby, you telling me I could put on any type of experiential marketing, pop-up, runway show, stunt, anything? Oh yeah. You're telling me I can dream big and actually, like, you giving me the resources to make it a reality? Come on now. I be having the time of my life. But yeah, at this school I've been able to work with Dior Beauty, I've been able to work with Kids Super, Puma, Nike, The Housewives, and so many more to come. So much more to come, honestly. I am starting my own brand soon. I'm working on it. You know, that's not something that happens overnight, but you'll be seeing that from me as well. And overall, as far as like bringing my aspects, because JB has the lashes, right? As far as bringing my aspect of, because we both have the business, but my aspect of fashion into Entrepreneur Diaries and what we're doing, I think I would love to be able to help people start their own brands, but also, like I said, express myself with my own fashion line. I would love to be able to like show you guys the behind the scenes of the fashion world, things like how to get a job in the fashion world, how to even know what kind of job you want, because there's so many different types of positions, and I learned that they pretty much just be making them up. Like, honestly, like, as time develops and technology and the economy and just overall society develops, there's new things that come up, like new positions and new titles that come across or are born literally every day, because new tasks are created literally every day as the fashion industry grows. Like now there has to be people to train AI and like to be able to, like, I don't know, do all these different things with the fashion world. And that created a whole nother line of just jobs. So I think if I were to create like a title for myself, I would probably title myself as a creative campaign director. You know, if I could just make up some shit real quick, like, yeah, a creative campaign director would be like something that I resonate with, you know, specifically for the fashion and beauty industries. You know what I mean? I like to understand where you are, what your goals are, what the steps in between it takes for you to get there, and how to tell that story to your audience. I love to figure out who your target audience is based on your goals, and help you talk to them, like help you tell them, like help you connect with them. I like to really fill in the gaps. I really think that's the name of this episode. Filling in the gaps. Who even are we? But yeah, overall, we've talked about so much so far. I think this episode is going to be very informative. And if you guys have any more questions for me, please drop comments. We would love to answer them all. If you want us to start getting into like detail, into what we call the nitty-gritty of like specific topics, things of that nature, please, feedback, data. Like, I need it as a business, as a marketing, as a tech, as a fashion girly. I need the data. So as much engagement as possible is greatly freaking appreciated. Okay, library is about to close, so I gotta get out of here. It was so great, so lovely spending some time with you guys, just me and you, one-on-one, very sensual, like very intimate. We love, and you guys will be seeing very much from us very soon. I love you. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you soon. XOXO. CC. Okay, I was winging that, but I made it happen. Captain. You always do what you gotta do. Testing. Ugh, disgusting. I told him to put syrup in this. He did not. You know, coffee shops in the city, they suck. They really suck. Especially in Midtown. Like, if it's not a French place, you just don't go to it. I don't want freaking iced coffee. I want a nice hot cup of coffee, like good coffee. What is this? This is disgusting. Very angry. Ugh, this don't even taste like pistachio like I asked for. What can you do? Whatever. Absolutely not.